Hey guys, so I just want to talk about, the topic, can I open a bookkeeping business and where to start a bookkeeping business? Now, this video is going to be a lot about mindset and really just making sure that your mind is right when you're trying to start your business. Like a lot of people, they would be able to grow a business very, very quickly. It's just they don't have the right mindset. And I'm not saying it's one of those things where it's like, you don't do the work, you don't do this. It's more about how you think about situations and you think about growth and taking the right actions that prevent you from really reaching the goal. For example, like for me, when I first got started, I used to get very overwhelmed, right? Because there were so many different tasks and different things that I had to be doing on during the day to day, and it was just like whenever I'd get more than like 6 tasks I needed to do, I would just kind of just shut down and I would just kind of run away, right? So it wasn't until I started really setting up systems in my life where if I got overwhelmed, I knew exactly what to do to get out of the overwhelm, and I also knew how to prevent the overwhelm from even happening. So, for example, like I said, whenever I'd have 6 tasks, okay, so I just set it where I only have 3 tasks at a given time, and if it's more than that, it goes on the back burner until I get done with the first 3 key moving tasks. We always keep it about round to about 3. Another thing that I had to learn how to do was like go and every single day before I go to the gym. I haven't done this in a while because I haven't gotten overwhelmed in a little while. But I would go and sit inside of like this hydro massage chair for at least 10 minutes per day. And the reason why that was important is because it just kind of relaxed me a little bit, right? And it relaxed me. And as I started relaxing, I was able to kind of transcend into a new zone of work and a new zone of pressure that was able to allow me to go and make more money. A good example of this also is like how mindset can hold you back was one of my students' name is Ashley. When she first got started, like there was like she would come to the coaching calls, we'd be talking, I'd be like, hey, so did you do this homework step that I gave you? And she'd be like, no. And I would be like, well, why? It wasn't that it was a hard homework step or anything that she didn't know she could do or she didn't think she could do. It was just the fact that she had been trying to do something in the past and it didn't work. And every time that she went to go and do the same activity I was telling her to do, she just had like these flashbacks, just these subconscious flashbacks of what happens if it goes the same way that it did in the past. I'm not going to get a result. I'm going to struggle. I don't want to do that to myself. I'm just, and then she kind of avoided it. Very similar to me with the overwhelm. Everybody has something like that in their life. It's just, not many people are forced to face that until they're starting their business. So you just have to really, really just be cognizant of that and know what that is for you. And that's going to make it very easy for you to be able to go and grow your business. Another thing that's going to be really important for you is there's a lot of people who they think of every single reason why they can't do something versus a couple reasons why they can. And generally, you're not necessarily born with this. It's generally over life. As life kind of beats you down and just kind of people tell you that you can't do what you want, you generally tend to start believing like that. It's almost like an elephant kind of chained by a little tiny little string or held in place by a string attached to like a little stub post in the ground. So if you generally how they train elephants inside of like circuses and just the zoo and different places, not in the zoo but like in more like inhumane kind of places, when the elephant is young they will actually take a rope or a chain that the elephant can't break free from, and when the elephant's young it doesn't know that, so it tries to break free, it tries to like pull its leg out, it tries to move and move and move, but it just can't do that. And as it gets older and older and older, it starts to accept the fact that this chain is just so big I can never break free, and eventually it stops trying. So then what they generally do is they can just move it wherever they want. They can put on a tiny little string. The elephant just associates anything around its leg as stopping it from being able to move forward. And it's a shame. It's really sad that they do this, but that's kind of what life is like for most people. It's when you're younger, like maybe when you're graduating college, your whole life's ahead of you. You think you're gonna go and like kill the world. You think you're gonna be like this gigantic gazillionaire, right? Or maybe come from a background where people didn't really expect you to be much in your life and you're overachieving, right? And generally, when you start your business, a lot of those same fears that have either been avoided or have not been dealt with or learned how to adequately like handle or master those pieces of yourself start coming out. Like for example, if you, I had a client once who or student inside the program, which if you want some help growing your accounting and booking business, go ahead and click on the link in the description below to book a call with me, so we can go and see about if I can help you go and grow your business. But anyway, so the student, he he had a really hard time with women growing up, right? It'd always be like he would always feel like they would abandon him, and like when he would date, he would suddenly the woman would just break up with him. In some cases, it might have been his fault. In some cases, it might have been her fault. Who knows exactly? He'd even gotten like a divorce. He was married for like half a year, or it was either like half a year or a year, and it just was a nasty divorce. And he was carrying those same tendencies into his business. So every single time that a person said something to him, or every single time that a client didn't do exactly what he said, or someone didn't sign up with them, he would just go back into that place, and it would stop him from moving forward. So the first thing I told him was, you probably should go see a therapist. So he can kind of like fix some of these underlying principles. And then once he was able to do that, he started just kind of just healing, and his business was able to grow because he was able to trust people more. He was able to have better interpersonal communication skills. He was able to grow his business really fast. A really good book about learning how to retrain your brain is called Psycho Cybernetics. I always get those words mixed up. It's actually a really it's an interesting book. It's not just a great book. It's an interesting book that causes you to just kind of think about things and think about life slightly different. So how to be more happy, how to really handle tough situations, how to retrain your brain, how to make sure that your subconscious is working for you. It covers a lot of really deep internal type of just types of skill sets and different things that are going on with you internally that allow you to be able to grow your business externally. I was recommended this by a mentor a little while ago because I just gotten burned out, right? I mean, for me, like I've been running my accounting firm for the last like 7 years. And I just got a little bit annoyed, a little bit burned out. And he was really talking about like the words you're using are going to be the limiting factors to the next level in your business. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, read this book. So I started reading this book. Technically, I was reading the audio version. I haven't read this version yet, like the hard copy, because the hard copy, it took I ordered on Amazon. It's supposed to take like a day. I thought Amazon has like 1 day shipping now, but no, like it was like 8 days that it took for the book to get here. So I was like, let's just go. And I just got the audiobook, and I've been listening to audiobook. It's been pretty good. It's just been really great reminders of like, how you think is really how you act and how you grow your business and how you win. We have so many students that it's funny. A lot of people come into my program thinking I'm going to show them like some kind of like magic marketing. And in a lot of cases, we do have some really great marketing, but it's really more of like a mindset shifting course where I just show you how to think about things differently and how to look at situations differently so you can talk to people better. You can close more sales by being more open, and then you're able to just raise your price because people actually like it more. So it's just kind of like this holy trifecta of like pricing, marketing, sales. Once you have those three things done, it's just people just go from like Melissa went from 0 to $49.50 per month in like a month and a half, right? And she has like probably like $8,000 worth of contracts pending, so she's gonna be at 10K per month like within the next like 6 months. Hopefully for her, what I really want her to be at is like 15 grand a month. So she just joined the mastermind program on like Wednesday. Because I generally have like the regular program that most people, when they're trying to build traction in their life, they're trying to go from like anywhere from like 0 to about 10,000. Then we have a mastermind where it's more about if you're at like 10 and you're trying to go like the 15, 20, then you generally do that. So she's not quite at 10, but I decided to like upgrade her to the mastermind early so that she can get to 15, because like there's just a lot of little things that you have to do, and I'd rather somebody join the mastermind sooner rather than like waiting until they're out of time. So it's just been really cool to kind of see that, because like her mindset has totally shifted. Like she could be at 7 grand a month or 10 grand a month already. It's just she's been having some problems, like some health problems. So even though it took her 2 months to get to 5 grand, like she's basically been out for about a month. So technically she got to like 49.50 in about a month and maybe a week. So it's like, man, she has really great potential. She's a really nice person. She's really good at talking to people, and it's just one of those things where it's like I want to work with her. I want to make sure that she can get up to that 15,000 per month. And I mean, it's kind of selfish because every single time that a student gets like a big result, I can go and share it with you, like the viewers watching, and then it causes people to want to work with me even more. And it's just it's cool. But at the other time, and on the other hand, it's like, we are improving people's lives pretty drastically. I mean, she might, like, 3 years from now, like, if we just keep going, keep just growing the business. I mean, she could be at 50 grand a month in the next like 3 years, and like that's life changing money, life changing situations. Like some people talk about, they just want to be at 10,000 a month because they can quit their job. Okay, cool. Well, why not get to 20 or 30 grand a month so your children never have to do anything outside of working for your business? Why don't you make it so your children go wherever they want in college? Like, it's really easy to pay for college when you do 30 grand a month in profit, and you have a lot of cash. You know how to manage your taxes. You know how to manage your business expenses. It's a good place. From personal experience, it's a good place. Now, I want that for you. I don't know if you quite want 30 grand a month. That might be a little stretch. Maybe you only want 10, 15, so you can just go and relax, have time to spend with your family, go to your kids' games, be there for your kids. Maybe if you have a young one in middle school and they need a little bit more support, you can go to their school and actually talk to the counselor, stay on their teachers, make sure the teachers are teaching your children adequately, especially in the time that we're in now. Yeah, like, this is it. This is what you need. So if that's you, go ahead and click on the link inside the description either above or below the video to book a call with me. On that call, we're just going to take a look at, like, where are you right now? What's really holding you back? And then we're going to say, hey, where do you want to go? Like, what does life look like for you? I know I just rattled off a bunch of different things that, people have told me they want in the past, but for you, what do you specifically want? And then I'm going to outline the process of what it looks like for me and you to work together to actually accomplish that goal in the shortest time period possible. We're going to talk about the milestones and the amount of time it should take for you to reach the goal that you want if you're willing to do the work. Then if it makes sense, you can say, hey, I want to do this with you, Bryce. I think this is a good fit. Can we get started? And I'll say, yeah, we'll talk the pricing and we'll get you onboarded right then and there. And then we're going to move together towards your goal. If you're not quite ready for the call yet, go ahead and just keep watching more of these videos. I'll see you inside the next one, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Have a great rest of your day. Take it easy. Talk to you soon.